After their first Big Ten win of the year, the Hoosiers hope to make it 2 in a row, now against Michigan State. How would the Hoosiers match up in their meeting at the Izzone?
Signing day is upon us. Find out what kind of offensive and defensive firepower Indiana added to their roster.
Also, we hit Bloomington South High School to visit future Hoosier Jordan Holes. Fire up the crafty animation. It's time for another edition of Hoosier Sports Night.
Welcome into this edition of Hoosier Sports Night alongside Josh Greenberg. I'm Alexis Hosier. Josh, the Hoosiers headed to Michigan State in Minnesota. What happened?
Well, there was a lot of basketball this week, so let's just get right into it. After the IU men's basketball team secured their first Big Ten win against Iowa, the Hoosiers traveled to East Lansing Saturday to battle the Michigan State Spartans. IU head coach Tom Crean walked the sidelines of Breslin Center for the first time since he left his assistant coaching position under current head coach Tom Izzo in 1999. Could the Hoosiers pull off the biggest upset of the Big Ten season? No love lost between former colleagues as they meet before the game. We pick up the action with 16 minutes remaining in the first half. It's Chris Allen draining a three. He hit 4 of 6 from beyond the arc. Devin Dumas gets a little chippy and throws an elbow here. As you look again, you can clearly see that he does make contact. Dumas did only play 2 minutes in the first half because of his foul trouble. Now with Indiana down 5, they get it in low to Pritchard, who finds Kyle Tabor for the layup to get within 3. Here Pritchard does it himself. He splits the defenders on his way to the hoop and gets the good layup. He finished with 9 points and 5 boards. Moving along to the second half, we find IU only down 5. Verdell Jones shows off his vision, finding Dooms open for an easy deuce. But for some reason, Dooms could not stay out of trouble. State's Zooton is doubled over here because Dumas hit him in the man zone. Still more antics to come from him. Zooton was able to collect himself, though, and hit an 8-footer. He ended the game with 12 points and 5 rebounds. With 8:37 remaining in the game, it all falls apart for IU. A major defensive breakdown allows Delvin Rowe to get the flush. It got worse for the Hoosiers as Kellen Lucas kicks out to Chris Allen for the 3, pushing Michigan State's lead to 14. Here Matt Roth pulls up for the 3 from a different area code, and this is where it gets ugly. Dumas had been close to an ejection all game, and this blatant attack all but sealed it. Dumas exited the court, and his teammates were down 75-47. It was a bittersweet homecoming for Tom Crean, and even though Indiana got blown out, it was a difficult game for both coaches.
I don't ever like facing my assistants. I don't make any bones about that. And I said he's one of the guys that I like facing the least because I believe some of the banners that are hanging up there, he deserves just as much credit for as I do. He's got a championship ring when we won it, and I've got a Final Four ring when they got there to Marquette, and I think that speaks volumes for the respect we have and what we think each other has done to help each other. Unfortunately, twice a year we have to compete. I say unfortunately because I don't think he enjoys it any more than I do.
I didn't know this was the press room, so it just keeps getting weirder. It's a great place. It's a great atmosphere. I was really overwhelmed. There were cheers, and that meant a lot. The greatest memories of my life. I looked at the banners, right before the anthem because I hadn't been back in so long. And it's just amazing. I mean, and being here for some of those banners going up, but now to see how many are there, I looked at that. But the best thing I say about Tom, he doesn't leave anything to chance, and he's never coached like he is a CEO. He has always coached like he's a hands-on management by wandering around, anywhere you want to look at it type of guy. He handles everything himself. He has great staff, he delegates, but there's not anything that goes on in any facet of the program that he's not involved in. And I'd like to think that I took a lot of that with me when I left.
I have a special relationship with him, and I have no doubt that he will have tremendous success at Indiana.
Crean hopes to break his losing streak, which is now at 2, versus his former colleague when the Spartans come to Bloomington in March. In East Lansing, I'm Josh Greenberg, Hoosier Sports Night. Michigan State's depth was too great for Indiana as 10 different players got on the scoreboard, led by Chris Allen's 16 points off the bench. Draymond Green had a double-double with 15 points and 12 rebounds. Verdell Jones III led all IU scorers with 13 points and was the only starter in double digits. Nick Williams had a team high in rebounds with 7 to go along with his 7 points. Matt Roth was the threat off the bench, contributing 10 points, including a pair of 3-pointers.
After taking their beating from Michigan State, the Indiana men's basketball team hopped Lake Michigan and headed west to take on Minnesota. They did so without the services of the suspended Devin Dumas. The Hoosiers seen here getting off the bus, ready to take on the Minnesota Golden Gophers. And in the first half, Minnesota's Paul Carter with the quick layup. Gophers go up 8-3 early in the game. But Kyle Tabor, he tips it out to Verdell Jones, who passes it to Malik Story. Malik Story sinks the 3 from way out. IU still trailing by 2. But late in the half, DeVoe Joseph of the Gophers with the jumper. Minnesota pulling away quickly, 21-12 from the Hoosiers. Right before the half, Minnesota's Colton Iverson with the hook shot. He makes it, but Malik Story takes it to the length of the court, passes it off to Verdell Jones with the quick 2 points right before the half. Minnesota goes into the half leading the Hoosiers 27-20. In the second half, Verdell gets his shot blocked, but he gets it back and sinks the 3 from the corner. The Hoosiers start to catch fire behind the arc. Verdell drives in, the dish to Matt Roth. He shoots the 3. It bobbles around, but it goes in. Matt Roth again with the pass from Daniel Moore. This puts the Hoosiers in the lead for the first time in the game. But things start to turn sour for the Hoosiers. Minnesota with the lead again. A turnover by IU. They had 26 against the Gophers. Damian Johnson alley-oops to Paul Carter. And once again, Paul Carter owning the court, gets the pass, up with the dunk. He had 22 points for the Gophers on the night. Minnesota goes on to win 62-54. The Gophers' Paul Carter proved to be the only real scoring threat for Minnesota. He had 22 points, including 7 of 8 from the free throw line. Carter also had 6 rebounds and a pair of steals. Al Nolan got under the Hoosiers' skin, creating 4 turnovers off steals and had 5 assists for Minnesota. Indiana did find another viable scoring option in Verdell Jones III. Jones's line read 18 points, 7 assists, and 2 blocks, although he did commit 5 turnovers. Tom Pritchard was shut out for the contest, attempting only 1 field goal. After a disappointing 3-9 record last season, the IU football team was looking to the future. We have full coverage from National Signing Day.
And the women's basketball team took on the Fighting Illini for the second time this year. They lost in Champaign, but how would it turn out at home? Stay tuned.